Chuck Carsonson back with video number 10 in the Millionaire from Nazareth series. It just keeps going and going and going. And last time, in a couple videos, I mentioned about trouble I had financially about 3 years ago, which caused me to study the more prosperous, uplifting thinking and teachings of Jesus, because I wanted to find a way out of those troubles. And if we go back to the Beatitudes teaching of last time, the Beatitude number 2, Jesus talked about in Matthew 5:4, where blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Basically, that means blessing can come out of trouble. Like if you have a problem and it causes you to look for guidance from God, that's a blessing. So this is what this is saying. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. And if you have a financial struggle, sometimes you find a way to mourn. But when you look for God's guidance in the situation, which is what I did, and study the scriptures, it helped me get out of it into the more prosperous abundance mindset, which has helped me with my finances. And it's helped me with my relationships. It's helped me in all phases of my life, and I continue looking for ways it can help me now. So you might be out there and not have a job and think, well, this is bad, and you're feeling down about it, you're kind of mourning about it. This is good because now you can look to God for guidance and how He can point you in the direction you should go. You might be having trouble with a relationship, but now you can look for God's guidance in it. Yep, you might be 100% perfect and never messed up, but there's chances are, really, if you look back at it, you need some relationship work. You can change yourself, you can't change the other person. And this is the time for you to work on yourself so it can be a blessing, but use God's guidance in how relationships should be. How about if you had financial struggles? How does God teach you to use your finances? Earlier on in a video I talked about tithing. Have you been tithing? That would be one of God's ways to enter the kingdom of heaven financially. You need to look at tithing and other principles of God. What about if you're just feeling depressed? That's something that maybe you're almost in continual mourning. Look what God says about you. Look at the thoughts that God has for you. There's plenty of examples in the Bible of thoughts that God has for you, and they're good thoughts. He has plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. Like it says in Jeremiah 29:11. He sees you as the apple of His eye. He knew you before you were born. He knew you when you're in your mother's womb. And He chose you for that time. And so you are on this planet now to be a blessing and to be blessed. So if you're going through a hard time, whatever it is, and I haven't covered them all, this is your time now to look to God for guidance and uplift your thought and spirit and use whatever's came against you to help others, because that's what you're here for. There's somebody that needs what you have and needs your experience, good or bad, to get out of a situation so they can be helped. And you can be a blessing for that person, for your family, for somebody close to you, or somebody that's just passing by. It might be that person that you need to help, and this is your time. So blessed are they who mourn, because they're going to be comforted. God's going to show you the way. Chuck Carsonson, Discovery Team at RE/MAX.